see, the protest on 20 is a statement. It will be a statement. It will be a sign that Nnamdi Kanu's detention is just political. You know, a lot of people have been trying to stay at the middle and stay at the fence. It is not the time to stay at the fence right now because, you know, you can't be trying someone for 10 years, detaining someone from 10 years, arresting, rearresting, kidnapping one person, and you have not been able to establish, you know, a guilt upon the person. Your court have freed the person, you know, time without number. I see justification why everyone, no matter your tribe, no matter your religion, should join this, you know, Free Nnamdi Kanu protest on October 20. So thank you so much, Peaceman, for joining us.
First of all, if anything happened in Nigeria right now, right, they should blame these judges because they know how to quench this whole fire. You understand? They have decided not to quench it by their action. All right? If anything, because you know how trouble they start. In a very simple, nobody they call for anarchy or trouble, right? But it's very easy to start a problem than stopping a problem.
It is very easy to start a problem than stopping a problem.
Yes, and very easy to start a war too, and very hard to stop a war. Look at the Israel crisis, right? And Hamas.
Yes.
If Hamas knew that their country would be destroyed and all this terrorist organization, they know that their place would be destroyed to that level. I don't think they would have embarked on that mission they did.
That of October 7 attack will not happen if they knew that it will happen like this.
Yes.
Sorry to digress, sir. You know what they are in? You know, Hamas was thinking that because they have tunnels under hospital, in the school, they have offices, that Israel will not attack hospital, attack schools. Unfortunately, Israel don't care. Unfortunately.
And their action has emboldened Israel to go after any of their leader anywhere in the whole world.
You understand?
Now, remember, at first, any little thing they will attack Israel. They will say they will wipe away Israel. They will wipe away Israel. Israel is Israel. You understand? Israel, all this while they've been having attack, little. But that little action, I'm reminding the Nigerian government and I'm reminding the judiciary. That little action today emboldened Israel now to go any part of the whole world to carry out their action. Now, the same way, the same action you're taking on Nnamdi Kanu, all right? It's easy. Now they can treat him the way they want, they can keep manipulating, but one thing they fail to understand is that the more they do, the more they bring their own faces out to the whole world.
Without wasting much of your time, sir, what is your opinion regarding the October 20th protest for Nnamdi Kanu?
Talking about Sowore and this protest, it's a welcome development because this is going to show those, especially in the Igbo land, the Biafrans, those that sold Nnamdi Kanu and those that want him to remain there. This protest already, people like they call Ijele or whoever, all this, there's one guy in South Africa, they are all planning, doing contribution, planning to fight against this protest. These are people that call themselves Igbos. So our problem is within us. But there is something that I want to say here. And I want to ask you, my brother, don't you think that we have gone beyond the point of talking? Look at Sri Lanka. We say we never wanted violence. We don't want violence. But look at the people you're dealing with. Nigeria is not the same thing as other countries. What happened in all these countries, Madagascar and all these things? I'm telling you, all these countries that have erupted in violence, in serious protest, revolution, what happened in those countries? Half of what happens in Nigeria have not happened in those countries. But why are yes?
You are right.
Why are Nigerian youths not rising up? Because you know why? Let's face the facts. Tribalism is the game. The British, they knew that these people have nothing in common and they still merge us together. And they know that as long as we remain together, we can never go forward. And problem will always come up every year. We always go back. That is what is happening. If you talk about rising up to do something, Yorubas will say, oh, our brother is the president. If you try to do something, when the Fulani is there, they say, oh, their brother is there. tribalism. And then you talk about the eternal hatred they have towards the Igbos, the Biafrans. These people, the kind of grudge they hold against. Nigeria is standing today is because of us. We go to the north with the block. We go to the south with the block. Everywhere, we are the one holding the fabric of that entity. But yet, we are the most hated. For what? And we still refuse to tell ourselves the truth. They show it to you every day. In Lagos, your business is being destroyed. A country that wants economy to grow. A country that wants... Can you even believe that Lagos is willing to jeopardize their economy just to punish an Igbo man? Because every business they destroy in Lagos, that affects the revenue of Lagos. But they don't mind. As long as they punish an Igbo man. That is what is happening. And my people refuse to see or understand who their enemies are really are. So the problem with our people is that we need to understand our problem and go for it. And again, my question is, my brother, don't you think we have gone past the time of talking too much or doing all these protests? All these governors, you and I know that the governors and all the politicians are the one holding Marcel Nnamdi Kanu. Not Fulani in the north. These are the people.
That is right.
So tell me, why are these people walking freely in our land? Whereas a man that is fighting for the freedom of his people, that have never raised arm for one day, all he talks is his radio with his voice. People, the humiliation is to the point where, even as we are talking about the release of Marcel Nnamdi Kanu, he went ahead and released hardened criminals and drug dealers and killers. That is to show you the level of insensitivity of these people, the level they are willing to go to mock us, to humiliate us. So this has passed the level of just protest and talking. I think it's time we start telling our youths they should rise up and go after all these politicians in our land. Because if we make them uncomfortable, if we go after them, if they feel their life is threatened, I'm sure they will rise to their ass, rise up from their ass and go after to release Marcel Nnamdi Kanu. They are working gallantly in our land because we do nothing. We talk, we do nothing. They keep doing everything and getting away with it. And there is another thing, my brother, before I hang up. I think when you're dealing with your enemy, especially in Nigeria, you need to try to decode their mindset, understand their plans and every move they make. These people, they hear about a protest that is gathering momentum everywhere. And still, if it's a country that wants to do the right thing or that wants to make an amend, they would have used today opportunity to release Marcel Nnamdi Kanu so that that protest will not go on. Because they know the eyes of the world is watching. But yet, they still deny Marcel Nnamdi Kanu bail because they want the protest to go on and because they have another agenda. So, we need to understand what their plan and their mindset is. They are going to bring violence, just like October 20th of NSAS. That anniversary that is coming up, they're going to bring violence. They're not going to use the army. They're still going to use people who call themselves Nigerians, who are crying about the suffering and the hardship, the killing of from terrorists. These are still the same people that are going to use to stop this progress that wants to happen on Monday. That is to tell you that that nation, that place, there is something very dark. And anybody still calling himself or herself a Nigerian, you need a mental checkup. So my brother, please, I think it's time we tell ourselves the truth, that we are past the level of talking and of just protest. We need to take action because we are dealing with people who are heartless and they don't give a damn, they don't care about their reputation, just like the other brother said. Thank you, my people, and thank you, my brother, and thank you for your good work.
All right. Thank you for your opinion. There is no court from around the country that have found this man guilty. However, we have 3 subsistent court judgments that have freed this man. So why are you still holding him? So anybody who is coming to tell you, we want Nnamdi Kanu to face trial, we want Nnamdi Kanu to do this, ask them. He has been facing trial. Court have been freeing him, not once, not 2. 3 times court have been freeing him. Why is it that the federal government refused to release him when the court freed him? This is the topic of the discussion. This is the issue. Court freed this man. Why is it that the government refused to? And I was telling people this, that You cannot be telling Nnamdi Kanu, drop Biafra agitation, let me release you. And you turn to the media, you tell them that Nnamdi Kanu committed crime, we charge him for terrorism, blah, 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 blah. But you are telling the same man, drop Biafra agitation, let me release you. That is to say that the reason why you are holding the man has nothing to do with what he did, but you want him to drop the Biafra agitation. Now, is Biafra agitation a crime? Absolutely no. Now, the detention of Nnamdi Kanu, how does it bring tea to your table as a Nigerian or as a politician or as a DSS officer? I understand that part of DSS because they have a lot, 500 million. This is what Omoyele Sowore said. He said every day DSS brought Nnamdi Kanu to court, they will get almost 500 million. So who will not like to go to any extent to make sure Nnamdi Kanu remains there to be coming for, trial? This is bullshit, eh? It is not acceptable.
Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. Your name and where you're calling from.
All right, so my name is Ekpa and I'm calling from Umuahia.
Umuahia. How is Andesoti, Sabia State?
Well, of course, all you've been hearing about the advancement of governance in this state is quite true. I don't just have to say it. You can see for yourself, we're doing quite well here, and I want to believe it will continue. Not just after 4 years. Some other person comes in and repeats all the effort we've made in the first 4 years. And that's the problem we're having with our Nigerian democracy. Somebody comes in and does well, and then afterwards, he's replaced by somebody who already fits everything that has been done before that time. That's the issue.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Share with us your opinion about the current issue with the Federal High Court refusing Nnamdi Kanu to go to the hospital. What do you think about it?
All right, so this should let you know that the judges are not the only problem we have in the country. You understand? We have a systemic issue. There's a systemic problem in Nigeria. The Nigerian government, or the Nigerian politician, can use any institution to do its bidding. And today, you might think, all right, we have an institution that will stand upright. But then just wait until the chiefs are down and you will see Nigerian politicians in power using them to do their bidding. So one would think that Nigerian Medical Association, who have already confirmed quite validly that this man is sick and needs to be attended to as quickly as possible, will actually use this opportunity to do that. Now look at what they are coming with. Coming to deceive the masses and influence the judge to carry out a ruling on the basis of their instruction. Meaning all this one would make to think that this man is sick and needs to be attended to immediately. We were just being taken for a ride. Alright? So it means the trial will continue with Nnamdi Kanu not receiving the attention that is due him, not just because he's sick, but because he's a citizen who has fundamental human rights. You understand? So secondly, can I go on?
Yeah, go on. You have about 2 minutes left.
Hello?
You can go on.
Hello, can I continue?
You can continue. I can hear you.
Hello?
My goodness. I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you there?
All right, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so secondly, regarding the protest, it's a welcome development, all right? And I'm quite happy that it is a non-Igbo that is leading it to show you that humans are the same. Wherever you have somebody who is not happy about a situation, it's not because the person comes from a certain place, it's because it is a human issue. So it's not because there are no Igbos willing to do it, but because of course maybe when an Igbo does it, it may not attract the kind of attention it's attracting, or the government would even pounce on it easier. So I'm even happy that it is Sowore that's doing it. So I think we, the Igbos, who maybe all this while have been looking for a way to do something like this, should champion this cause. We should go out en masse and support that young man so that to make it not seem like he's doing something that none of us can do. But let's be fair to ourselves. A lot of Igbos have been talking about this issue, like that is late, and the other septuagenarian that equally pleaded for Nnamdi Kanu to be released to him. All these individuals have made calls for Nnamdi Kanu to be released. And as a matter of fact, it is not something that one needs to make a call for. Our law is very clear. This man's trial is, to the best of my knowledge, invalid. It's not invalid because you can't bring him to court. No, it's invalid because before you bring somebody to court to try him, you must have shown the world that you have jurisdiction over the matter. Bringing him in when you did has already rubbished whatever right you think you have to bring the matter against him. You understand? If maybe they had brought him in properly, then that is when they can say, yes, we have the right to at least hear a case against him. But you didn't bring it in properly. So whatever it is you think you have the right to do has been rubbish. And that was what the Supreme Court said. And to be fair with you, yes, the lower court has granted him, has acquitted him. The appeal court has also acquitted him. But it is not right to say that because these two courts have acquitted him, that he should be let go. Since we have the Supreme Court. Our problem is the Supreme Court now. It is the Supreme Court that actually sent the case back to the lower court.
Why should the federal government appeal the judgment? Why do they appeal the judgment?
Now, the federal government appeal the judgment because it is also a matter of law. You can appeal a case that is at the appeal court, but you cannot appeal a case that is at the Supreme Court because the Supreme Court is assumed at the highest court.
Yes, we know. What is the purpose of them appealing the judgment?
Their purpose of appealing the judgment is because they want it to be a political hearing. You understand? What we have now is exactly what we're looking for. They are looking for a situation whereby they will tell the Igbos, we have you guys on the ground. There is nothing you can do. That's exactly what I've been facing in this country for decades now. They want to let the Igbos understand that we think we are a force to reckon with, but we are not a force to reckon with. You know, the war is not over yet. Okay, we fought the war 60 years ago, and the war is being fought in other manners, through other approaches. So they want to let the Igbos know that we are citizens here, but then we are not as valued as citizens from the other big tribes. Another thing I want to know is that the Supreme Court actually made it very easy for our lawyers. They said that Kanu did not jump bail, meaning his bail still stands. I was thinking that by now, the lawyers would have been more critical about saying, since Supreme Court said this man's bail still stands, it means he is a man on trial that is on bail.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
If bail stands means he didn't jump it, means you are trying a man who should be on bail. So first of all, release him, let him be on bail while we continue this trial. And by now, they should have actually boycotted the trial. I don't know why they went on with it.
That is right.
I don't know if you're following me.
Yeah.
If they have boycotted the trial and then gone down and started protesting from that time till now, I'm sure by now the protest would have attracted the attention of people who should speak on it. But they went on the trial, making it look like as if they are now appealing to them to do exactly what we all know is wrong.
Yeah.
No. I think our lawyers also made a mistake. From Marcus Lukome's time to Kanakabi's time, I didn't see any of them mentioning it that the Supreme Court said this man's bail still stands. Why are we even talking about any other thing when a matter of Supreme Court's Supreme Court's ruling has not been attended to? And by now, I'm sure a judge, either Okocha or Ben Danyago, would have made a statement on that. But till now, none of the judges have made a statement on that bail issue. And then they're asking them to come on the 30th to present a case of to present a statement showing that the case should not go on. This is an opportunity that has been given to them a long time ago. Why are they asking them to not come and present a statement showing that the case should not go on? When for a long time that has been the case. Present to this man people that this case should not go on because the Supreme Court made a statement that this man should be on bail. Have you first of all honored that first before we continue the trial? So my brother, let's just keep believing God for the best. But you know, Nigeria will not work this way. But listen, Nigeria will only work for the Yorubas and the outside. It won't work for the Igbo. If it's not working for the Yorubas, they only have a president. If it's not working for the outside, they won't have a president. So I think that is working for them. It's only not working for us. Our prayer should be.
Do you think it's all about having a president?
It may not be all about having a president, but it's all about
Nigeria is not working for everybody. I mean the masses. It's only working for the politicians.
Yes.
Be it a northerner, a southerner, easterner, westerner, Nigeria is not working for anybody.
You are right. It's not working for the mass, the common man. But you and I know that it is still among the masses that we have a lot of people supporting the same people in government. You see, among the masses that we have people who are that the elections going on in Lagos is right.
It's okay, man. It's okay, my brother. It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.